You gotta have a dry sense of humor though to fuck with me.
Now, when
tough skin.
My humor isn't like funny. It'd be like, oh shit, that was funny.
listen, Dream. I'll tell them. Even my jokes be real. Like my jokes be jokes, but I be dead serious about what I'm saying, but it's in a funny way. You know what I'm saying?
Most jokes are real.
To be honest,
that's what's funny about jokes.
What up? We gotta talk about in our world, right? Hold up. In our world is different because jokes to us are real. Like jokes to us will be like it could be about somebody in our family. Let's say I was a comedian. A joke about something that really happened within my life, like a family member, an uncle, the drunk, or whatever the case may be, that should be funny to the outside world, but it's really my real life. You know what I'm saying? Jokes in these generations, the shit that they said, wrote down, or, you know, that's their jokes.
Right.
Their jokes is getting on the internet saying, I'm scared of you.
Fly high. Fly high, fly. Ah, that rhymes.
Who that?
I'm high.
Oh, my brother, fly shit. What's the blood? What's the vibe, bro? Tommy, what's going on? Welcome. I'm smoking and joking with Drain, man. This is called Smoking and Joking with Drain.
You gonna interview me, G? Am I about to have an interview?
Huh?
I said, I felt like I was about to be like in an interview. All questions open. Anything y'all want to ask me?
Since you brought it to my attention, you know, I mean, shit, why not? Why not? What's the vibe?
That's what it felt like. It felt like that was like a topic of like a talk show.
So it did. But I really just came up with that as. You know, when energy, good energy, man, gets energy, man. Things come out.
Right.
Things come out. You know?
That was a good ass. Hey. I was just about to be like, can I have that?
What? This?
No, that's Smoking and Choking with Dream.
I so you can roll with that.
I gotta like that. I might have to use that.
Train, run with it. I ain't saying for nothing. Run with it.
Right.
Come on,
because I can't use Church of the Trap no more. So hey.
I mean that was all shit though. I remember that guy.
It ain't got nothing to do with him. That ain't got nothing to do with him at all. It's between me and the person that actually came up with the name in real life.
You know, I came in that night, you know, with y'all and shit or whatever. So that's when I got into it with it.
Yeah, no, it ain't got nothing to do with him at all. You know, that's my boy. Yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with him. It's really between because I was buying the name from somebody, and then they decided they didn't want to sell it to me anymore.
That's some bullshit. No, I look at that like my nigga, motherfucker probably see where a nigga was about to go with that. Cause a nigga take some shit and take off with that shit, and another motherfucker see that, and they don't want you to do that.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing, man. That's why I focus on the focus, man. I promise you. That's why I'm doing this right now. The topic for my show tonight is focus on the focus. And the focus is you. Anything outside of the focus shouldn't be a focus at all. Point blank period, man. I stand on that.
Don't mind me drinking this wine out the bottle. But
hey man, we from the hood to it. They from the hood. We from the hood to it. Fuck you talking about? This a difference.
So it's so ladylike for a lady to drink out the bottle, but I really don't feel like.
Hey man, you was being weird. If you feel like you don't want to go get a motherfucking cup, nigga, you ain't gotta go.
I'm the only one drinking it. I'm the only one drinking it. I
can see it. You, Tammy, and Tanisha was right there, and you drunk out and went to Tammy. Then, you know, that'd be a different story.
It's my only off day. So.
Alright. Well, Anthony, this your Mother's Day.
At work for the rest of the week.
This your Mother's Day, because if you worked yesterday, you ain't didn't know that.
No. It was actually my first Mother's Day without my kid, to be honest. Like, I've had to work on Mother's Day before. I don't never really request it off. You know what I'm saying? It's not a paid holiday, so I don't really ever request that off. But it was my first Mother's Day without my babies, though. That was a little weird. That was a little different. But
it's crazy because most mothers be wanting that. Like, that'd be most of the moms, that'd be the first thing they be trying to do is figure out what watch their kids. They can go just on Mother's Day.
You know what? I mean, I usually always, my kids live with their dad now. So now, you know what I'm saying? Like, little holidays is different. And they were gonna come over. They were gonna come over this weekend, but I had to work this weekend. So I was like, instead of y'all coming over this weekend when I gotta work and be gone all day, y'all might as well come over next weekend. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't bother me. I mean, shit, I've had my little baby 16 years with just me and them. So, you know, I pretty much have always spent Mother's Day with my kids during the day. And then maybe done something on my own later on. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I always be with the kid. This is my first year. And I work still.
I can see why that's different.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just different because I actually didn't see them at all. You know what I'm saying? I just talked to them.
Right.
You know, so, but I guess that's how it is when you have the other parent doing the single parent job, I guess.
I mean, I can say I'm in the same boat on the opposite side, like on some real shit. Like I got mine now. I actually wanted them to come on here, but they asses outside. Whatever.
So your kids live with you full time?
They used to.
Okay.
Like it's a whole story with mine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I got them now. So they here with me right now, whatever.
Okay.
But this is the first time I've had all three of them together, and I don't know how.
Right. Right. See, I don't mind my kids living with they. I mean, like I said, I got boys. I got 3 boys. So I feel like now my oldest is 16. He'll be 17. And then I have a 12-year-old, about to be 13, and a 10-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So to me, and they're all boys, to me it's like, it's okay. I did my part. Not that my job as a mother is over, but the stages that a little boy needs his mother the most are between the time they come out of this vagina until they start puberty. You know what I'm saying? You've done taught them how to love. You done showed them love. You've done nurtured them. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time for them to learn how to be men. You know what I'm saying? And it would be different.
You got an understanding of that. There's a lot of women out here that feel like they still trying to baby their child and shit, even though they're not a baby no more. Like,
yeah, no, I've never been the babying type of mother, and I feel like that's why God gave me boys and not girls. Because I let my boys cry. Don't get me wrong. Like, if they hurt, you can cry. I ain't never been like, oh no, you can't cry. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like crying is girls. I wasn't that type of mom, you know, at all. Like, you know, they can cry and I'm gonna hold them when they cry. Even right now, if they was to be crying, I'm gonna hold them. You know what I'm saying? That's my job as their mother. I don't give a fuck how old they are. If they come to me and they need me and they need that motherly hug, I will always hug them. And I will always let them, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? To show that emotion, to have that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men aren't able to show their emotion. You feel me? And feel like it's a downfall, you know? So I'll always be there for them for that, but they definitely know the difference between being a baby and being a man. You know what I'm saying? And I've made sure that I've showed them that to a certain extent. But now that they're in puberty and getting older, no, baby, it's time for your daddy to teach you how to be a man.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And you know, it would be different if I was married and they had a stepfather that was here, you know what I'm saying, 24/7 in the household doing things that a man does for his wife and all of that. No, that's not the case. I'm a single mother. I was a struggling single mother. You know what I'm saying, with dreams, goals, and shit that I have always put on the back burner because my main focus is them three. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not showing them a 2-parent household. I'm not showing them how a man is supposed to love a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what am I showing them? I'm showing them a struggle. You know what I'm saying? Your daddy, on the other hand, got a great, wonderful girlfriend, a new baby girl, a beautiful house that she moved into just so the kids could have their own room when they came over on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? That's where they need to be. So they can see that. So they can see their dad loving on a woman. So they can see their dad take out the trash and participating in household chores. She cook, he clean, do type shit like that. They need that. And only a real motherfucker gonna admit it.
Listen, that's how all women should think, Drain. Like, this is what a woman is. Like, I don't understand these bitches' thoughts. I gotta call them bitches. Sorry, there ain't no disrespect with y'all. You know, because if you don't understand shit like this, you all the way lost. You know, there's a lot of bots out here anyway. So, but that's great. You just gotta better understand life. I do too, man. Listen, even with me and my baby mother and shit, right? Like, I don't want to get detailed this shit, but it's like, it was situations when she tried to get me and the dude that she deal with involved because of me and her arguments and shit like that. He younger than me and her. You feel me? So it's like, alright. At first, I'm on dating time. You feel me? Then I had to think about, like, alright, this nigga younger, she younger than me. Neither one of y'all thoughts is on the level of mine, so I gotta understand all this, bro. I'm about to come down there and holler at you. You feel me? We gonna talk, bop, after this. You know, whatever it is, that's what it is. You feel me? Let them know point blank, bro, that's my baby mother too. You feel me? Like, we're gonna have arguments. That's just what it is, my nigga. Certain shit you're gonna have to accept. If a nigga ain't putting their hands on her or none of that type of shit, that's the only way you should be, get involved. Other than that, verbal conversations, words gonna be said. That's just what it is, cuz you dealing with a baby mother that got other baby fathers, that type of shit gonna happen. You gotta accept it. Nigga ain't doing nothing, calling them out their name or putting their hands on them. That's the only way you should get involved. You feel me? Other than that, and that was years ago. I ain't had an issue with this man ever since. By me going directly to him versus her being in his ear, you feel me, every argument and trying to make it seem like something else, which I understood all that. You feel me? That's why I went and approached him as a man, because I knew it was just her being in his ear, making it seem like it was something that it wasn't. You feel me? So, yeah.
And see, that I learned that so long ago. That, because these motherfucking baby daddies will tell a bitch anything. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my baby mama this, my baby mama that. And then these bitches meet me and be like, yo, baby mama cool as fuck. Right, bitch, it's this nigga. It ain't me, bitch. I left these motherfuckers for a reason. Like, no, I'm cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really can't go into too much detail about me and my first baby daddy. He locked up. He'll be locked up for forever, pretty much. I don't think he get out until like 27. But, my second baby daddy, though, he a baby mama. I tell him that. I be like, you a baby mama. I'm the baby daddy. Okay? I'm the baby daddy. Like, some real shit. Like, the struggle that a baby daddy goes through with their baby mama to see their kids and all of that shit. Like, all of that. He's had these kids for like,
it's like the opposite.
Man, when I tell you my baby daddy be like, my baby mama deadbeat, da-da-da-da-da. Like, bitch, everybody be looking at this nigga like, where you been, though, for 16 years, though? My nigga, you done had these kids for 2 years, and she a deadbeat? Like, what she been doing for 16 years? Answer that, nigga. I gave you I let this motherfucker have these kids for 2 years, Jeezy, and he done folded. This nigga already done put me on child support. Hey, mama, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
You got kids?
Man. Huh?
I just asked her, I'm like, I don't even think I got kids. While I'm saying happy Mother's Day, I don't know. I've never asked.
I'm sorry anyway, man. I'm sorry. I just be assuming. I don't really got kids. Shit. Who don't?
Right. But yeah, though, this motherfucker, he crazy. He don't give a fuck. He one of them motherfuckers, Jeezy. He be like, you can't see the kids if you don't give me no money. I be like, well, fuck it then. I ain't seeing the kids, nigga. Like, shit. I mean, I'm just saying, like, because look, I feel like this, right? My 16 years of being a single mother, I stopped asking this nigga for money, because every time I ask you, now granted, if I asked him for some money, he'd be like, what you need? And I'd be like, da-da-da-da-da. He would never give me the money. But he would send groceries to the house, or, you know what I'm saying, somebody, somehow, some way would make sure I got it, if they could. It's not every single time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying he was just like a total, but he never gave me money. My lights was gonna be cut off a few years ago. My lights was about to be cut off. I asked him if he would help me pay the light bill. This motherfucker, he told me, he was like, "Don't you got a boyfriend?" Had a nigga do it. I said, "Oh, okay." So when that nigga asked me for some bill money a few months ago, I hit him with the "Don't you got a bitch?" Ask that bitch for some money. Fuck you mean? Now you mad? Now you mad, though? You mad? You mad because I won't give you no money? But let them babies ask me for a cash app. When them babies ask, "Mommy, can you cash at me $30 to go to the movies? Mommy, can you cash me $20 for a video game? Mommy, I need $10. Mommy, I need $5. Mommy, da-da-da-da-da." Bitch, I'm sending it. So when it comes down, since you want to take me to court for child support, nigga, when it come down to it, I got these receipts. I've been continuing to support these children. I'm just not paying your bills. Period. Just like you didn't pay my bill. Huh?
That's what I did. I swear to God, hey, when I went to court with a whole joint, a whole bunch of fucking sheets. I'm talking about a hell of them bitches. Like you said, who don't do what? Who don't do what? Yeah, alright, you got me fucked up.
The first one, have you ever seen my youngest on the live with me before?
Me?
Yeah, when my little baby. Okay, because sometimes my little baby, he'll hop on my live real quick if I'm not talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'll let him get on with me for a couple minutes. You know what I'm saying? My babies love me. Fuck you, me. I ain't worried about that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it fucked his ass up when we got into that motherfucking courtroom, and that nigga was like, "I want custody of the kids." He must have thought I was gonna say no. I told the judge, I said, "Sir, I've had these kids their whole life. If he wants to continue on from now for the next 8 years until they graduate from high school, that is not a problem. Sir, where you fucked up at is this. I spent all of my 20s and all of my 30s being a single struggling mother. So if you think for one moment that I won't be the fun parent who gets the kids on the weekends, summer times, and holiday breaks, nigga, I sure the fuck will. Yeah. I sure the fuck will. Take your sons and you raise them and you teach them how to be men. I did it from the time they came out of this motherfucking interdimensional cosmic coochie until they were the ages that they are now. It is your turn, sir.
Right.
And more mothers, they really need to take a fucking, get some balls and do that shit. If they got a baby daddy who is responsible enough and good enough for them to, there's so many men out here that actually do want their kids. that would love for them
for
them to go and live with them if they don't let these motherfucking kids go and live with their daddy.
You know what it is? A lot of them want to still reap the benefits or whatever. That's what it is. Straight up. A lot of them want to still reap the benefits of the government shit, whatever they
granted, right. But peep this though, Jeezy. Yes, I took my kids off of my food stamps. My only things my kids got through the state is Medicaid, because that's like just universal. You know what I'm saying? But they're not on my case. I don't get anything. I didn't claim my kids on their taxes. I lost all of that shit. But guess what? The money that you save and can save money now because you're not buying 3 packs of fucking underwears, socks, t-shirts, shoes. You know what I'm saying? I'd go to the motherfucking mall, nigga, and spend $1,000 on shoes.
Yeah.
Shoes for 3 kids.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat. 3 boys and shit.
So you mean to tell me on one income, and I've been doing this shit since I was 20 years old on my own? On one income, working 2 jobs, selling drugs, doing what the fuck I gotta do so these kids can motherfucking eat.
Well, why would the door be unlocked first?
Robbing niggas? Bitch, I made it work. The fuck you mean? It's your turn. It's your turn now.
Right.
Because I'm in my late 30s, about to be in my early 40s. If you think for one motherfucking minute that I'm gonna be mad about these kids living with you and now I can finally do what I want to do, I've never lived alone. Ever. I went from being a kid, living with my parents, to being a parent, living with a kid. This is my first time being an adult, living on my own, experiencing life without a child. I love my children all day, every day. I kill for go to hell and back for them little babies, okay? But when I say I am enjoying this, I am enjoying it. And it does not mean for 1 second less that I love them babies any less. More mothers need to get up on this shit. Period. It's time to let these daddies do what they do. We didn't fuck ourselves. Where the fuck does it say in any parent handbook that the single parent gotta be the motherfucking mommy? Where? Because if I died, who the fuck would have me?
Even was written in the book. I wouldn't believe in it. I don't believe it.
But that nigga treat me like a baby daddy, though. Treat me like a baby daddy. Won't drop the kids off. Won't do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you a whole bitter baby mama. He be like, bitch. I be like, what up, baby mama? What up, baby mama?
Yo, what the fuck? I don't know who you is.
I really was gonna hit him with the. I wanted to hit him with the real baby daddy line. Like, shit. Once you put me on child support, don't ask me for shit else.
That's how that go.
That's how that go, ain't it? How many baby daddies done told that shit to their baby mama? Now, if I hit you with that shit, nigga, you really finna be sick.
I was on it. I said I was on it and was still doing it.
Right.
Still sending this shit, like personally sending shit. But at that time, I didn't even know, like, I ain't know nothing about that fucking child support shit. I went along with that shit because of the situation that I was in at the time and shit, and I felt it would help.